Okay, well, I know a lot of the things I say are controversial and somewhat mystifying at times. I believe at some point, because I am trying to solve JFK, RFK, and JFK Jr.'s murders, that someone might try to harm me, and if for some reason, yeah, the first thing they're going to say, look at him, he's holding a beer, he's a drunken moron, drunken fool, drunken idiot, spouting off at the mouth, alcoholic bastard. They probably will say that, and somewhat it's true. I make comedy videos, I play guitar, I sing about stupid things, I write poems and paint weird pictures like Picasso. I do a bunch of weird things. But does that mean that I'm stupid? Does that mean I can't go out and investigate something and learn about it and understand it? No, because it takes a lot of creativity to put these videos together. This took a lot of creativity. You know how long it took to find all of this stuff laying on the side of the road and then find the thumbtacks to hang it on this window and my wall right here? Quite a while. But if anything should ever happen to me or anyone go against me, that's the mindset that I have decided to have, is that of JFK or the Kennedys and the ideas they had about telling the truth and being an American, or Martin Luther King, or even the hippies like Jim Morrison. There's a side of me that's like that. I'm sort of a wrestler at times. I'm a politician, comedian, musician, wrestler. Sounds like something straight out of a Troma film. Anyway, as well as those people, I'm going to take my examples from, like, Quantum Leap. That show had a lot of great lessons in it. Maybe some Star Trek, they didn't really have any lessons in that. The Andy Griffith Show, a lot of comedians teach me things. The news sometimes will teach you stuff. You just gotta think about it for a second. It's like, is that right? Or are you fucking with me? Have that thought from time to time and you should be alright. But don't believe conspiracy theories. Most of those conspiracy theories are wrong. But you can take the facts from those conspiracy theories. Like, did George W. Bush kill JFK Jr.? Probably not. He probably didn't orchestrate 9/11 either. But the official story is wrong on both of those events. I don't know what the official story is. I won't try to tell you. Investigate it for yourself. I know that there was a suicide assassin on the plane with JFK Jr. He put it in a nosedive and turned the fuel off. That's a common practice if you want to be like a co-pilot or a flight instructor, for instance, and take someone out. They just had a martyr on their hands, probably a Muslim or something. They convinced him, oh, just fly it down into the water. And it is weird. They did probably orchestrate. Dick Cheney might have had something to do with it, Al-Qaeda Burton. But who killed JFK? Who killed RFK? Oh, you think you know? I'm kind of convinced it was Secret Service agent George Hickey, and they say, oh, it was an accident. Yeah, the Secret Service agent accidentally stood up, accidentally picked up his gun, accidentally made sure there was a bullet in it, accidentally aimed it at JFK's head, and accidentally pulled the trigger. That makes no sense. Oh, you got to do all this. Accident, 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 accident. Makes no sense at all. That can't be an accident. Or, oh, Oswald shot him in the head with a bullet that can't fire out of this World War II era gun. Had to come out of an AR-15, just like the Secret Service carried. But it could have been anything. There could have been someone on the sidewalk. Actual reports from that era show they could smell gunpowder, burnt residue at street level. That would not happen from a book depository ninth window or whatever it is. Some kind of window. I don't know how high it was. I forget that detail. And JFK's flight log disappears. JFK Jr.'s flight log disappears, and all of the stuff in the cockpit point to a massive cover-up, basically. I'm not going to say it was like this movie I saw, I think it was called Dark Time 2 or something like that. Dark Days 2. I can't remember the name of it. But the facts of the matter actually prove to a conspiracy, which I'm not going to try to put a theory on. I don't know. I just know that the facts don't add up. If I were investigating that, I'd be highly suspicious of it. And I know that much, and I know enough to know that. I'm not going to say it's a secret society. It could be just a handful of rich people. That seems like it's the most likely thing. A handful of rich people committed 9/11, and who knows who did the JFK deal, or the JFK Jr., RFK, MLK. They always give them three names, don't they? If they get assassinated, JFK, with this like Lee Harvey Oswald, or who's the guy who killed Abraham Lincoln? I can't even remember his name. But yeah, that's a weird just coincidence that I'm commenting on, how there's always three names of the assassin and three names of the... Well, there was Sirhan Sirhan. Who's the guy that shot Lenin? Look all this stuff up. I mean, Jim Morrison overdosing, Janis Joplin. I think a lot of that, I mean, who was the African reggae singer? Bob Marley. Jimi Hendrix. All of that stuff kind of doesn't add up. I mean, yeah, they took a lot of drugs, but those were the more controversial characters of their day. And the controversial ones seemed to go quicker than the ones that weren't controversial, even though some of those guys that weren't so controversial were using just as many, if not more, drugs. I don't know what's going on, but there's definitely a kill team out there. I just ask them, stay away from me. Call me a drunken idiot. I've been drinking. I'm stupid. Don't kill me, bro. But I mean, if I keep speaking my mind and that gets me killed for trying to be a good person and do the right thing and expose the truth and have people arrested that deserve it, that have assassinated people in the past or were part of some conspiracy theory, then I don't mind it. I don't know the facts. That's the kind of person I am. I'll admit that. I didn't make something up. Oh, aliens came to the Bermuda Triangle. I've seen a UFO though, so they do exist. I saw one. I wouldn't sit here and tell you, oh, they exist. I never saw it. Saw it one time. I was about 3 or 4 years old. A big green oblong sphere, kind of like an egg shape, flew overhead, and it was pulsating. True story. My mom saw that too. I saw a few other strange things in the sky, but that was definitely extraterrestrial. I'm going to end it there. That covers way too many topics, and it doesn't really make any sense. I'm just trying to make people think.